So top 5 games every PC gamer should own blew up a while ago, and I realized that there was a lot of PC games that I've really enjoyed that I didn't put on the list, so I thought I would bring you 5 more games that every PC gamer should own. Note that these are in no particular order at all. Number 5, Garry's Mod. Garry's Mod is pretty much the ultimate sandbox game and a good representation of what PC gaming can be. Garry's Mod is pretty much anything you want it to be. There's ultimate amounts of game modes from what it seems like, and you can just play the base game where you can pretty much build and do a lot of things that you want, similar to a game like Minecraft. The thing that really surprised me about this game is the things that all the community did for it and all the game modes and games that the community pretty much came together to make, like TTT, Dark RP, and a lot of other things similar to that. And that's what really made this game, and that's what really sells it on a lot of people. A lot of people see their favorite YouTubers like Vanoss or someone along that lines of making videos of prop hunt, and they go out and buy Garry's Mod, and then they end up really enjoying the game. The only problem I have with this game, though, is it's kind of filled with hackers now. It kind of happens, but if you can find yourself a good server with active admins, they can definitely get rid of that, and the game can still be a lot of fun. Garry's Mod is truly proof that if you let the community do anything they want with a game, you can get some pretty awesome results and just make the game overall better. Number 4, Dota 2. So yeah, on my last video, I got a lot of hate for not putting Dota 2 on the list, and I understand why people were mad. It's a really enjoyable game that a lot of people like. I casually play Dota 2. I don't have that many hours in it. If you go check my Steam profile, I maybe have like 5 hours, if that. I really don't play this game that much, but I understand the appeal of it, and I understand why people really like it. It's the same way and the same reason that I like Dota, or CSGO, I almost said Dota 2. It's really competitive, and you can really get into it, and there's a lot of metagame involved, which is why I think a lot of people end up enjoying it, because there's just a lot to the game. There's not a whole lot I have to say about this game. Like I said, I don't really play it that much, so I don't really have too much to say about it. It's definitely something you should check out. It's free. It's something that if you're interested in any type of MOBA, Dota 2 will probably satisfy your needs. There's probably someone watching this video right now that can put something in the comments down below that will be able to explain why Dota is so good, better than I can. And they're probably doing it right now and probably calling me an idiot in the process. So yeah, scroll down to the comments and read about Dota 2, because I'm sure someone posted a paragraph calling me an idiot, telling me why Dota 2 is so awesome. But yeah, that is number 4. Number 3, World of Warcraft / Diablo franchise. So yeah, I thought I would put these together because they're both made by Blizzard and they're both awesome games, and I figured it would just save room on the list rather than having to put both of them so I could mention more awesome games. But World of Warcraft and Diablo have both done a lot for PC gaming, and if you've been around the PC gaming scene for a while, you've probably at least heard of World of Warcraft, and a lot of you have probably also heard of Diablo. And World of Warcraft is an expansive MMORPG with currently the biggest MMO in the world right now, and Diablo is just a regular RPG with a lot of depth to it and a lot of awesome world design and a lot of awesome gameplay. My favorite in the Diablo series being 2 is a really enjoyable game, and you can actually pick it up for I think about $10 right now on battle.net.com. I highly recommend it. It's an amazing game. But back to World of Warcraft, that game is so huge. There is a lot to do in World of Warcraft, and that is why people are willing to spend the monthly fees to play the game. This is a good example of how long a game's life cycle can be if the devs actually support it. I think World of Warcraft has been around for how long? Over 10 years now, I believe. That is absolutely insane. They keep putting out quality expansions. I guess some people could disagree with the last 2, but yes, they keep putting out a lot of expansions that a lot of people seem to enjoy. They're truly supporting the game, and they're really showing what the power of the PC can do. Number 2, Civilizations 5. Civilization 5 is a strategy game where, guess what, you pretty much get a civilization and you bring it from the ground up, and games can take hours upon hours upon hours, but it is very fun if you have friends to play it with. And if you don't, you can always play the single player against the AI. They're bound to give you a good challenge if you crank the difficulty up. But Civ 5 is awesome, and it's not really something you see too much on console. Sure, they have the Civ games on console, but they're nowhere near the amount of depth that you have in Civ 5. I know Civ Revolutions is on console, and it's an okay game, but Civ 5 improves upon that so much, and there's just so much more to do and so much more to see. Civilization 5 is definitely my favorite strategy game, and I'm not too huge into the strategy game genre, but this one is a lot of fun to me. I like the idea of pretty much creating your civilizations, getting alliances, and just screwing people over in the multiplayer. That is probably the most enjoyable part, is when you turn on someone and you send their troops and try to invade, and just do a lot of awesome stuff like that. There's just a lot of player interaction that makes the game a lot of fun for me in the multiplayer mode itself. The only problem with this game, though, is if you're playing multiplayer, sometimes, like I said, the games can last so long that you pretty much have to create a schedule with your friends of when you're going to play, because games can take up to tens of hours, if not more. It depends on how you tweak the settings and whatnot. But yes, games can go for very long, and sometimes they're hard to complete. But I guess you could say I'm just a filthy casual then. Let's take a look at some honorable mentions. These are just games that would have made the list, or they were really close to making the list. I had a hard time trying to come up with this list, what I should take off, what should I put on, so I decided to add some honorable mentions. These are some games that are awesome on PC that I also recommend that you check out, but they just unfortunately didn't make the cut. Let's take a look at some honorable mentions. These are just games that would have made the list, or they were really close to making the list. I had a hard time trying to come up with this list, what I should take off, what should I put on, so I decided to add some honorable mentions. These are some games that are awesome on PC that I also recommend that you check out, but they just unfortunately didn't make the cut. Number 1, Fallout / Elder Scrolls series. A lot of people ask me why both of these games weren't on the list last time, and I honestly just spaced out. I honestly completely forgot about these games when I was making the list, and I honestly do regret that because I got a lot of shit for it. But yes, I decided to group these in together because they are awesome for pretty much all of the same reasons. I personally like Fallout a lot better than Elder Scrolls, but I still enjoy both of the games a lot. And these games are so important to PC gaming because they can show off what mods can do and how they can really improve the life of a game. Elder Scrolls and Fallout are both really old games, and with mods, you can have some of the most beautiful games on PC. If you haven't already, I highly recommend going on YouTube and looking up Skyrim shader mods, or just Skyrim mods in general, or just Skyrim graphical mods. You're bound to find things that look almost real. It's honestly insane. Both of these games have beautiful worlds and a lot to do and explore, and that's what I really like in an RPG. Just a lot to do and a lot to see. Fallout, I enjoy the world a bit better, and I think that's why I like it. I like post-apocalyptic more than I do something like medieval times, something like Game of Thrones. But I know a lot of people like Elder Scrolls, and I do enjoy the world in that game. It is actually very immersive, just like the Fallout world is. And with Fallout 4 coming out, I can't wait to see what the community does with mods to make the game even better. And now we're even hearing that the Xbox One is getting mods. I honestly don't know how that's going to work. It should be really interesting to see. I don't think we're going to have the same amount of mods as the PC version will, though. So yeah, it's still probably going to be the definitive edition on PC. But yeah, guys, these are just 5 more games that I think you should own on PC. This doesn't make you any less of a PC gamer if you don't own any of these games. I thought I would clarify that. These are just my opinions, and how about you tell me yours in the comments down below? What are some other games that you think should have been on this list if I missed them? Tell me in the comments down below. I really want to hear it. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And when this video does get 150 likes, we'll be uploading the next one. But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away. Look how my mind plays. Little bit of fame, little bit of hate.